Hi everyone, today we will be guide you through step by step how we making our coffee, and then we will evaluate the TE and the PE in the end, also the sensory, the taste of the coffee in the end. So the first step will be roasting the beans. We roasted 120 grams of the green beans, and then it come out with 104 grams of the roasted beans, and the roaster setting we use is 9, 7, and 8. And the total energy usage for this one is 0.21. And here is a short video of the green beans turning to dark beans, which means it is the roasted bean. And then it's time for grinding the beans. The grind size for our beans is size 15, and then we grind 60 grams of the total ground beans in the end. Now we are heating up waters. We are heating up 1200 grams of cold water to hot water, and we set the heating to 95 Celsius, and the total energy used for heating up water is 0.08. Finally is the coffee brewing time. We use French press at our method for brewing the coffee because we thought that we can save up some energy, total energy in the end, because it's man-made machine, and then it's by the energy comes from ourselves, and there's no filtration needed for this one, and the extraction time is 5 minutes. Finally, we are finishing up brewing the coffee. Now we are just putting the coffee into our cups, and the total mass of the brewed coffee is 1034 grams. We use 4 French press machines to brew all the coffee, since we cannot put 1200 grams of hot water into one French press. Now this is the process flow diagram for both roasting and brewing. We used 120 of the Saint-Louis green beans for the roasting, and then the roaster setting is 9 for fans, 7 for powers, and 8 for minutes. And in turnout, we have 104 grams of the roasted bean and 0.8 of the chaff. Then we used 60 grams of the roasted beans and brew it with 1200 of hot water. So the brew ratio is hot water divided by 60 grams of the roasted beans, so it's 20. And finally, we brewed 1034 grams of the final brewed coffee. Now is the final TDS percentage and PE percentage that we evaluated from our brewed coffee. Now the TDS percentage we tested from our little TDS machine is 0.88%. And then we calculated the PE percentage by TDS times the mass brew divided by the mass of dry grounds. So the total PE is 15.165333%. Now is the sensory evaluation. We first using our TDS level, PE level, and the brew ratio to see where does our coffee located in the control chart, and then we can see that our coffee located in the sweet quadrant in the control chart. From our own sensory taste, our final coffee tastes a little bit of bitterness, but there are more sourness taste than bitter taste, and it kind of tastes like sourness of fruit, and even give a little bit of the sweetness taste. For our future plan, we are thinking about saving up more energy than this time. Even though we didn't use too much energy for all the brews, because we used a method that is mechanically done by hand, such as French press. Except when heating the water and roasting the coffee beans, we did use a little more of energy for those parts. And overall, we really like the taste of our coffee. We are thinking in the future we might choose Mr. Coffee instead. In this way, we are heating up and brewing the water and the coffee at the same time, and it might save up more energy since we are trying to find the best method to brew the coffee with at least amount of energy.